Well, hey everybody, it's Barry Climbing. This will be the third, LinkedIn's third most asked interview question, maybe the question that people hate the most, overthink the most. I don't really know. It's tell me about your weaknesses. What's your greatest weakness? Um, I'm going to answer that for you right now, and I'm going to tell you a story because I want you to understand the power of story as you give your answers to these questions. You know my dogma already. Excuse me. I want you to be honest. Honesty, integrity, it matters so much, and it oozes through your answers. And it also makes you a real person, which you are. If you have to play act in some of these questions and answers, man, you're going to be play acting your whole life, or certainly your life as it relates to the person who you're meeting, interviewing with, and everybody else in the process. So don't. Okay. I've gotten a lot of pushback on this. Be honest, but find a way to make the truth interesting. My greatest weakness is vanity. I ain't going to lie. Um, if you're talking technical stuff, work related, I'm not great at math. I mean, basic arithmetic, I'm okay. But get into deeper mathematical skills, that's not me. But if you're talking overall greatest weakness, I'm vain. When I was 5 years old, the story goes, my mother came up a flight of stairs. We lived in one of those old Philadelphia row houses, two walls attached, a neighbor on each side, attached wall. And apparently, this side of my face, the right side of my face, used to hang down to about here. I was five at the time. Whether or not you notice, trust me, it still hangs. My smile is still crooked. I did quite a bit of therapy when I was young, um, to get it to at least retrieve. I've had a couple eye surgeries as a result of it. I've got some fatty stuff on the side of my face as a result of the muscular structure in this side of my face not being um, as developed as it might be. And yeah, I mean, you look in the mirror and you say, wow, you look kind of weird. I've been called by angry people, a woman who worked for me at one point, you look like Phantom of the Opera. It is what it is. I am not complaining. I'm fortunate. I'm here today talking, working, trying to share knowledge with you and and hopefully make some positive impact in your life, and also tell you honest stories and encourage you to tell honest stories. That's the truth. Am I proud of the fact that I'm vain? No, it's kind of shallow. It still is though, and I think it's a weakness. I'm sure it's a weakness because I could be sitting and worrying about other things, and I do. But there are times and days where you're self conscious about these things, and really you should ignore it and just go on with some bigger picture stuff. But that's my biggest weakness. So I'm not going to make this a real long video today. That's a 100% factual story. People who know me would say that's honest, and I've certainly talked about it, I've joked about it, but it's still not always the most comfortable subject, and it's a weakness. I think it's a I don't know, it's a weakness. So I'm not afraid to share it here in these videos. Whoever sees these could be five people, could be 50,000 people. I don't know. But when you are honest and when you are forthright, so many questions that you get asked become easier to answer if you're just honest about them. And again, be able to tell it in some sort of story, authentic form. Okay. Many, many, many times in interviews, and I mean many times, high 90s, your answer, technical answer, is far less important than your authentic answer. If you're going to be a brain surgeon, obviously technical answers matter. but in many of everyday jobs and situations and so forth, your integrity matters more. So none of us are perfect. I'm certainly not. If you pretend you are in these interviews, you're patronizing people and treating them as stupid. Don't do that. So authenticity with your answer, think about it deeply. What is your greatest weakness? Obviously, I've thought about it. 900,000 people wanted to see answers to this question according to LinkedIn. So now it's your turn to think about it. And again, know these questions are coming. They come in most interviews. This is LinkedIn's third most asked interview question. So be aware of it, right? Um, and think about how you'd want to answer it authentically, maybe even in some form that's, I don't mean joking about it, but a way that makes it credible, right? Because as I said the other day, and I'll always say, the best interviews are conversations, not interrogations. Being able to talk about it in story form is important. You'll hear all the rest of the answers that I provide. I don't know the math. We've done three. There's, I don't know, what is that? 23 more of their 26 most asked questions. I'll always try to provide a story with my answer, an authentic story. Won't necessarily be long. Think in stories. People want to hear stories. You can just say, "Well, I'm vain," and I am. The story behind it brings some flavor to it and some credibility to it, and it also turns it potentially into conversation. Okay, so that's it for today. LinkedIn's third most asked interview question: your greatest weakness. I've given you mine. Um, Work on yours, and I hope you're having a great day.